unassuming women who might be very quiet, might be very shy, introverted, can be putting up bodies. Like they can be, I've known some women who you'd never think, just based off their personality and the way they move, they have a lot of options. So
like what he's talking about right here, bro. And this is something that I'm hearing a lot in the manosphere, RP world. And they're putting all this on women. You know, what he's saying is true. I'm not, can you tell she's out there? Can you tell she's a 304? Yes. Based on actions, is it accurate 100%? No. No. Right? It just, in these guys in this fascination or whatever, they hung up on the body count thing. Understand something, fellas. You'll never know her body count. You never know, unless she's an OnlyFans girl, unless she's, you know, like she's out there and, you know, people that you know personally, like your homeboys done smash her themselves, right? But just understand, man, she's grown up and she wants to go out there and scratch that itch. She's going to scratch that itch. She can. Look at the big girl on the panel. The big girl got 1,000 dudes that matched with her trying to get at her. The big girl. So think about the rest of the women at that table. Even the one dressed with the cat lady thing. Like even this one right here. Look at this. But she's fit, she's young, she's attractive. You know, she's painted her face like a cat, whatever. She's wearing all this weird stuff. She getting on. How many people she got out there waiting on her? Thousands. Right now, the point is this. You know, this dude Brian is saying, well, the average woman can do, the average dudes can't do that. An average guy can if he got game. The average dude could get on, he can get a body count as high as he wants if he knows what he is doing. You don't need money. You don't need to be 6 feet or taller. You don't need a six-pack. These things help, but you don't need it. And this is just coming from a dude who came from the other side of the tracks. I came out the hood. Man, short dudes was killing it. Short, light-skinned dudes. Oh, he light-skinned it. He got good hair, whatever. He running through chicks, right? You got guys who are kind of, you know what I mean? You know, big, like fat, not obese, but the bigger guys, maybe they play O-line or something like that. Play baseball, played O-line football, got game. They know how to talk to women, smashing. It's like Biggie. Biggie Small, like Notorious B.I.G. Smashing dimes. The average guy can indeed go out there and rack up high body counts. Absolutely. And the fact that he could do that makes him top tier. He didn't even have to have a car. I can't tell you how many dudes I know broke, no car, no job, right? Part-time hustlers, not even good at being a hustler on the street, messing up their money and all that. Still got dimes. Why? Because they understand how to talk to women. They observe and for whatever reason, they know how to get in a woman's head. And they own. They own. And they understand one thing is a numbers game, so they're going to talk to everybody. And they're bad boys. So you see what I'm saying? So dude like Brian is Brian guy. I mean, look at him. 6 feet, right? He's a handsome fella. He doesn't look like a, demented kind of dude. He's tall. He's got millions of dollars by this point, right? I mean, all the millions of subscribers he has and with the success of whatever podcast, you couple that with the success he had on his pranks channel. He's been on YouTube a long time. Dude got bread. He has bread, right? He's a thinker. Problem is, he's weird. He should be racking up numbers like it's crazy. He should be smashing whoever he want to smash whenever he want to smash. And he out there in Southern California, from Santa Barbara all the way down to Orange County, he should be killing them. He should be killing them. But like I said, he embraces his weirdness. Maybe he's shy, whatever. He came from a safe bubble. He doesn't understand these things. He's got women throwing the panties at him. He's like, well, I don't want you because you sent up too many dates. He's about to talk about that in a minute. This guy, the reason he's not successful isn't because of the red pill talking points. The reason he's not getting on all these chicks is because he doesn't want to. He could be smashing every woman that comes into his studio if he wanted to. Women in LA get down like that. Women all over the world get down like that. Like just keeping it 100. He could rack up a body count like whoever, like Fresh. But he doesn't want that life. I ain't mad at him. But for him to sit there and say that no man can rack up body, the average man is impossible for him to rack up the same kind of body count as the average woman, that is not true. That's nowhere near true. The average dude can, if he has the right game, if he knows what he's doing, he absolutely can. I was at my peak with womanizing when I was broke. And now where, you know, financially I'm doing way better, I'm more selective. So I kind of sit back. You know what I mean? Does that mean that I'm absolutely, I only mess with these? Nah, I'll still smash the random 304. You know what I mean? If the mood suits me. And she just throws it at me like, come on, I got it. She grabs it. She grabs the joystick like, oh, now I got to smash it. You know, if I take a trip somewhere and come across some beautiful exotic women, it just kind of goes that way, I'll do it. But when I was the average dude, I had the most women that I was ever dealing with. My rotations were always full. So all this, you got to be tall. You got to have a 6-pack. You got to have money. You got to have an exotic car. Those things help. Trust me, they help. I pull up in a Rolls Royce. Yeah, that helps. I pull up, you know what I mean? I pull up in a Lamborghini, or I pull up in a Mercedes BMW, or if I pull up in a Toyota, it doesn't matter with me because I got game. You're going to see me regardless, whatever room I walk into. But what's your focus? So that's the thing. So I hear this with these red pillars like, nah, bro, like you can do it. There's mad guys out here doing it. You just got to put the work in. The difference being the average woman doesn't have to work nearly as hard as that average guy that I'm talking about to get the opposite sex, to get the foxy bro. She doesn't have to work to get the joystick. Yeah, I'm using code because it's YouTube, right? She doesn't have to work. Guys are going to be coming after her. From the weirdos at the bottom, from the ones all the way up to the top tier guys. And here's the thing. There are a lot of top tier dudes who are weirdos as well, bro. Just because you top tier doesn't mean you ain't weird anymore. Just want to throw that out there. We're going to talk about that on the next show. When I break down the weirdness. But I just want to break that down, fellas. You just have to learn. You can get the woman you want. You can. You can get Peggy the prom queen, the chick that didn't know you in high school. You can get her. And it doesn't take money. Right? It doesn't, money helps. Being in the gym helps. You know what I mean? Being socially calibrated, that's probably what the biggest thing. Understanding how the world works is the biggest thing. But you can get that. You ain't got to take her out to the most expensive restaurants. You ain't got to take her out on a helicopter date for y'all first date. You ain't got to do none of that. Right? You just got to go out here, understand how the game works. Go out here, get you ass women. And that Peggy chick is going to see you out here with all these other women. And the fact that you got all these women, she's going to think, there's something about this guy. Boom, you're up in the top 20. Right off rip. Because she's like, social circle, right? You know what I mean? Social proof. Man, you got all these women? How did he get all these women? It must be something about this dude. He's attractive. Did I go to high school with him? He looks familiar. That's how it works. Youngins, you know what I mean? Old dudes, young dudes, that's how it works. You know what I mean? It ain't difficult mathematics at all.